Having oneness with God, oneness with God's great consciousness, he knows about it and can help you and guide you. You do not know it until you have reached the state of consciousness which your guru has. And so, that's why the guru is the guide to the infinite, because he knows the way. He's been there. When you say that doesn't prove it, no, that's right. The other reason is this, that it is spiritual law that we go back to God through the channel of the guru. That spiritual law, it is spiritually ordained that you must go to God that way, through the channel he has sent you. And the channel is the guru. Now at this time, let us differentiate between teachers and a guru. We have many teachers. The teachers come from a vague impulse within us to know truth. We have a lukewarm desire. When God doesn't deny us, he sends us teachers in the form of books and the joining of different societies. And the teachers of those societies help us to progress toward the goal of life in a limited way. Remember, they come in response to vague desires to know the truth. But when you really want to know God and mean business and have a deep, sincere desire within your heart to know him, then he sends you the guru. Now, there are many teachers. There can be many teachers. Just like if you study violin or organ, you can have a teacher and then he can take you so far, then you take another one, perhaps who has gone further. But in the spiritual aspect of knowing truth, we have one guru. That is spiritual law. It is ordained by God. And so you can see we can have many teachers, but one guru. Because, as we read in our whisper this morning, "Oh, my guru, thou the voice of God." So let us not forget that there is one guru, many teachers, but really one guru. Now the guru comes, as I have said, in response to a deep desire to know God and truth, not a lukewarm desire. And so those of you who have had that deep desire to know God, and God has responded and sent you the channel back to him, this channel which you are enjoying now, the channel of the Master and his teachings, realize that. Realize the importance of it, as I shall try to point out as I go along. Now we read in the Master's teachings that the guru is sent, or is a vehicle of God, whose body, speech, mind, and spirituality God uses. Not man uses, God uses to bring the lost souls back home to immortality. Isn't that wonderful? So let us take up first, the guru is the vehicle whom God uses, his speech, his body, his speech, his mind, and spirituality to bring the lost souls back home to him. Now we remember the Master and his teachings. And they were the result of his bodily work, his body, his mind, and his speech. And those things God impregnated with his great power and spirit. And he has given those things to us through the teachings which the Master has left. Not only that, it says the guru uses his body. The Master used his body, completely depleted it, for he often said, "My body is a ransom for many." And many have been helped in many ways of body, mind, and soul through the effort of the guru. So you see, there's a little difference between a teacher and a real guru. Now, the last thing is that God uses the spirituality of the guru to bring the lost souls back home to him. That's the most important thing. What is the spirituality of the guru? It is his oneness with the spiritual consciousness of God. It is his oneness with the great Christ consciousness. That's the spirituality of the guru. Now many people say, "Oh, the guru is gone. How can he be the guru?" Listen, the real guru is in spiritual consciousness, is in the omniscience of God. Now, doesn't that last beyond this world existence? Certainly. That's why the Master said in one of his talks just before he passed on, he said, to all of those who are loyal to me and to God through the teachings I have left, I will reach down from heaven and I will lift them, that they too feel and know the great love of our Father. Isn't that wonderful? Now you see the difference between a teacher and a guru. Then take St. Francis. St. Francis came a long time after Jesus was here. I forget, I think it's 300 years. It doesn't make any difference. Jesus had gone, so to speak, from this world existence. But St. Francis talked and walked with Jesus, as you read in the records. Why? Because he realized that his real guru was in cosmic consciousness, was in the Christ consciousness, and that he was always existing, beyond time and space, always was, and always will be. That's spiritual law. And so St. Francis was perhaps a greater devotee of Christ, a better disciple, even if we can say that, than some of the disciples which lived at Jesus' time. So don't think just because the Guru is not here in body, he is more with us in spirit, because there are no hindrances of bodily consciousness and a weak body and so forth, which is ordinary law according to ordinary living. But the real aspect of the Guru is his spirituality, which is beyond this bodily existence. And remember his words, I will reach down and lift those who are loyal to me, to God through me, he means, and to my word, that they too know the Father's love as I know it. So now you have a picture, a comparison between a teacher and a real guru. Now a guru is ordained by God through spiritual law as your guide. Realize that. See, just what he said to the Master. And this will show you that it is spiritually ordained, and there's a great difference between a teacher and a guru. He said to our Master,